Spears and Ali Overtime here on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Ali, unfortunately, cannot join us for this episode of Spears and Ali Overtime.
He's too busy in Vegas.
Yeah, he's soaking up Sin City in Las Vegas. He's at the Pac-12 tournament, and yeah, he's having a grand old time. It's the last Pac-12 tournament. It's in Las Vegas. I hope Ali is having the best time ever, but the show goes on.
Yes.
I hate the fact that we are doing a Spears and Ali Overtime without him. It's not the same.
Thanks.
Let me start by saying this, but I'm here with my guy, Andrew Trujillo.
Yes.
Our world-class producer here on Spears and Ali. And Spears and Ali Overtime, we're trying to do more of these on YouTube. A lot of you folks are on YouTube, watch a lot of podcasts, listen to a lot of podcasts on YouTube. So we're trying to give our day one listeners, the people who listen to the show live and also listen to the podcast, we're trying to give them a little bit extra. So we appreciate all of our YouTube subscribers. Please share Spears and Ali YouTube with all your friends. And we're trying to get those subscribers up. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. And if you already have, recommend us to a few of your buddies and send this particular video over to some of your friends, which I'm sure a lot of you will, considering we're talking about probably the most controversial topic in Tucson, food.
Yeah. Just in Tucson, maybe. Depending on, I guess what you're into, because controversy could be like, oh, it rained. Wasn't that great? Oh,
yeah.
No, I hate the rain. I'm from Seattle.
Yeah, that
can't be that creosote, though.
That's a good point.
Right? Is it called creosote?
Creosote, the smell or the bush or the plant that gets wet and it just smells amazing.
Oh, it smells so good.
I wish I could have that as a candle.
You can.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have creosote candles?
I'm pretty sure they do, yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to look into this. But anyways, on to the
Bath
food.
and Body Works membership for Justin Spears.
Well, if they have it at Bath and Body Works, sign me up.
But I don't know.
That's a national brand, though.
I'm pretty sure it's a thing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a thing.
Creosote candles.
Yeah. If they don't have it, certainly some local shop does.
And if they don't, Andrew, I think you and I are going to have to get away from radio. That's our idea first. You can't steal it.
Dibs.
You can't steal it, okay? Yeah. Creosote candles. Okay,
that's
so
our thing.
This Spears and Ali Overtime episode is a special one because it's March and there's a lot of madness this time of year.
Yep.
And in Tucson, Arizona, a lot of people, a lot of folks here in town are all locked in on the Arizona Wildcats. But year round, man, food is what makes this city go. I mean, a lot of things make the city go, but the food scene in Tucson, Arizona is out of this world. It is the best collection of restaurants, food places that I've ever experienced. Now, of course, I'm not like the most well-traveled person. So I'm sure a lot of people nationwide are probably, no, my city has the best food scene. No, this city has the best food scene. This state. I will go to war for Tucson, Arizona.
Absolutely. Well, and we are, you hear it a lot in Tucson if you're from Tucson. Oh, we're a UNESCO city of gastronomy. And for years, that was just like, oh, cool. We're recognized by UNESCO. I don't really know what that is or what that means. I found out like 3 weeks ago, we're one of two in the United States of America. It's us and San Antonio. So the rest of y'all can suck it. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, New Orleans, anywhere else, San Francisco, LA especially LA can suck it. We are a UNESCO city of gastronomy, which has like all of these like requisites you have to meet in order to be recognized. So the UN thinks we have some pretty damn good, tasty food here.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yes.
Let's get to it. All right. So we're doing something new this year.
Mm-hmm.
And when I told Andrew about this idea, Andrew was like, I am all on board.
Yep.
I'm on board. Let's do this.
I had to change my underwear.
Twice. And we're going to do March Madness, but we're going to do food places in Tucson, Arizona.
Yep.
So we're going to do a March Madness style. We have a field of 64.
Yep.
So we have 4 different regions, and we're splitting it up into Mexican food, which Tucson, Arizona is the Mexican food city capital of the world. We got to do it this way. It's hard to pick 16 restaurants, food places here in town.
Even between the regions, we split them up in.
Yes. So it was really hard. So give us a little bit of grace with the Mexican food region.
Don't find us.
Don't be standing outside my house when I come home one day. We also have a pizza region as well.
Yep.
Pizza in Tucson, Arizona. A lot of people, it's kind of like Game of Thrones. People have their houses and they represent their one house, their one pizza place.
Sure, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah.
And a lot of people go to war for places like Rocco's, no
Damn
anchovies,
straight.
all over, the entire city. So a lot of different opinions. Now, we did crowdsource some of these restaurants. We wanted to hear your opinions on this. So we weighed your opinion. We also weighed our experiences at a lot of these restaurants.
And when we needed a tiebreaker, we just went raw reviews.
Yes.
So a lot of this is arbitrary as well. So again, don't hurt us.
We try to do our best, and we flipped over every stone to make sure like we didn't forget anybody. And I'm very, very confident that we put together a pretty damn good and stout list of 64 places.
Yes, I'm still not confident that people aren't going to be very angry, but
That's true.
Yeah.
So we got Mexican food.
Well, we should probably just get into it and present.
We got pizza, we got wings,
yeah,
and burgers. But let's get into the whole event itself. 2024 Munchie Madness.
Yep.
That is the title of our March Madness food challenge. Munchie Madness.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited for this, man. And here's how we're going to do it. Here's how a restaurant will advance to the next round. So we're going to put out Twitter polls all throughout the NCAA tournament. And should we do it on Monday?
I feel like we should be doing it every single day. That's going to take a second if we're only doing like one or two a day. So I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking like we should probably do every single region, like every matchup, just put it out there all on Monday. Just have a bunch of different Twitter polls. Now we're doing it via Twitter poll. That's how you can vote.
Yeah.
So go
Follow
to
us on Twitter.
ESPN Tucson on Twitter /X, whatever you're calling it nowadays.
Yep.
Like us or follow us. And then every single day starting this upcoming week, you can go and vote for your favorite restaurants.
That'll be Monday, the 18th.
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
Right. March 18th.
So Monday, go to ESPN Tucson's Twitter account, look at all the Twitter polls and cast your vote.
Yeah.
Now, time for the selection show.
Yep.
Feel like Brian Gumble right now. All right, let's get into the field of 64. Starting off with.
Well, so we got the 4 regions. Sorry,
yes.
I didn't know you were going to do this much explaining beforehand, but these are our 4 regions.
Yes.
Burgers, pizza, wings, and Mexican food. Which I think is, I mean, we could do all sorts of stuff with like there's hella good ramen too, and like Asian food in Tucson.
Yeah.
Again, don't find us and hurt us, please. And then this disclaimer that I felt was also needed and necessary. Yeah. Do you want to read it or shall I?
Andrew, you put this together, so it's all yours.
Little disclaimer for the show. We are dumb idiots who have a radio show in one of 2 UNESCO cities of gastronomy in the United States of America. There's way too much good food in this town to include everybody. The following list is based on listener interactions online on the show and our unlimited experiences. Not being on the list is not in any way an indication of being a bad place, nor does being on the list constitute an official endorsement from the show. It's all in good fun, and we love and appreciate all the amazing chefs, restaurants, and everything who call the Old Pueblo home. If your place isn't on the list, however, let us know. We want to try it. We love 3 things here on Spears and Ali: sports, food, and having a damn good time. So with that said, shall we get into it, Justin? The first region, the burger region. 16 burger joints, or 16 burgers, places with burgers.
Hamburguesa. What is a hamburger in German?
I think it's hamburger.
Just hamburger? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's just hamburger.
So this is a tough one. We've received a bunch of responses on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm a big hamburger guy, but when it comes to hamburgers, I'm your In-N-Out burger type of place, or your type of guy. In-N-Out,
In-N-Out for the value, definitely.
for sure.
To be fair, also, it should be said we made these all local places, so no chains on here, as far as we know.
Yeah, no chains, no national chains. So we're trying to keep it all Southern Arizona based, and this is the list that we've come up with: Thunder Bacon Burger, Divine Bovine, Gray's Premium Burgers, Zen Burger, Grumpy's Grill. As a Finding Nemo fan, I appreciate that. Trident Grill, Red Garter Saloon, Hermanos, Lindy's on 4th.
Oh.
I got my money on Lindy's.
Oh man, I love Lindy's.
Gentle Ben's, Amigos Burgers and Beers, Dante's Fire,
Great
Uptown Burger, Brooklyn's Beer and Burgers, Noble Hops, and Froggenfurken.
Yes.
Those are 16 burger places that we think are the best in Tucson, Arizona. Andrew, your thoughts?
I love so many of these places, man. Red Garter is the place you wouldn't expect to have like a great kitchen and a great burger, I think. I love Red Garter Saloon's burger. Every time I go in there, I get it. Thunder Bacon, I have to be honest, I have not been there yet.
Me neither.
I have not been there, but it was it's very highly rated. Some listeners did suggest it, I believe. So that is up there. Let's see what else. Zen Burger's great. You get a glass of wine and a burger. Can't beat that. I think you can't beat that. Trident's a classic. Dante's Fire has a good place in our hearts, I feel like. Chef Ken over there.
Kenneth Foy.
Yeah, just a good dude, man. And that guy has a wicked command over flavors. I don't know. Every time I've gone in there, there's nothing in that restaurant, I swear to you, that is bad. There is absolutely nothing, and the burger is crazy. A place that is a little more high end with a burger, I appreciate, and that is a damn good burger. Froggenfurken's great. Lindy's, get the blue suede cow. And get it with the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as the bun. Do it. It's weird. It's amazing. Just do it. And thank me later and bring Tums. Don't get a beer. Well, get a beer if you want, I guess.
But I'm glad you bring that up, because the first time I ever had Lindy's on 4th Avenue,
I asked the blue suede cow.
I asked them, what should I get? What's like a crazy burger that I should get? And they said, oh, the blue suede cow. It's got peanut butter on it.
Yep.
I'm like, what? Peanut butter on a hamburger? Are you fucking crazy?
It's weird, man. It's weird, but it is so good. Peanut butter underrated in American cuisine.
100%.
100%. That burger's crazy.
So Lindy's on 4th. My money's on them. Now I can't skew these results.
Yeah, we won't be voting.
Yeah, we're not voting on this. This is all on you guys.
Yeah.
But if I were to put money on any of these restaurants to stand as the winner of the burger region, I'm going with Lindy's on 4th or Gentle Ben's.
Really? Gentle Ben's? I like their burgers, but I don't know. There's some strong contenders on here, my friend.
I think it's kind of like they're the Kentucky of the burger places, where they have a brand name. They are a blue blood, and that's what's going to carry them in this competition.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
I think their Diablo burger is what I usually get. That's pretty good. Real hot and spicy. And I think also, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I think that it'll be the list you're looking at. The first one on the list will take on the last one. So Thunder Bacon Burger versus Froggenfurken first, Divine Bovine, Noble Hops, so on and so forth.
Yes.
Right? Is that
okay? Yeah, I mean, they're not seeded by any means, but like looking at this list here, this is how we're going to match them up.
Yeah.
So
more or less,
Thunder Bacon Burger versus Froggenfurken should be an epic battle. Maybe Froggenfurken pulls off what we call the upset here.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Froggenfurken too for having I think it's still there, the banner of the score in the end of the third quarter of the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Falcons.
Oh, 28-3.
Oh my God, dude. Every time I go in there, I'm like, so yeah, much love, Frog. Shall we move on to wings?
Let's move on.
The wings region. Oh man.
Okay, so we got Oh My Chicken, Wings y Mas, Pacaz Wings and Things, Wildfire Wing Company, Flaps and Racks, Redbird Scratch. What's K&B?
Oh, Kitchen and Bar.
Kitchen and Bar.
I was trying to add the names on here for everybody, but
okay. Barrio Brewing Company, Wings on Fire, Wings and Rice, shout out, Buffalo Bell, Rusty's Family Restaurant, Wooden Nickel Tavern, ATL Wings, Famous Sam's, Mulligan's, and Wing Factory.
Yes.
Your
We
thoughts on
read
that?
out the burger list too, right?
I did.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yes.
I was just making. I couldn't remember.
Yep. So looking at the wings region, I'm looking at ATL Wings as a potential favorite. All the Love Wings, as they call themselves,
Mhm.
and I've been to their location on 4th Avenue, and great wings. Their lemon
Yeah.
pepper wings are out of this world. I tried them for the first time at the culinary experience leading up to an Iron Chef challenge. They were one of the restaurants out there
Oh
handing out
yeah,
samples.
that's right.
And they didn't even give out, like, samples of wings. What they did is they chopped up little pieces of bread,
Uh-huh.
and they put, like, a little bit of their sauce on it, and they were
Yeah.
just kind of having people sample their sauce. But their
Chicken
lemon
wings are
pepper
expensive.
sauce, it is the bomb diggity. It is so good. So, I really love ATL Wings. They have a special place in my heart. Rusty's Family Restaurant,
Yeah.
special place in my heart just because it's kinda, like, near my house. I can, like, literally walk to it. Um, also, Wings on Fire. This is a sneaky one. This is
Yeah.
where we could be talking about like a 12 versus 5 upset, or like a 13 versus 4 upset, because Wings on Fire, I'm telling you, most underrated place in Tucson. I mean,
Yeah.
people are just now starting to figure it out, but because it's all the way out in Rita Ranch, not a lot of people know about it. But I'm telling you, that is the best wing place in Tucson.
Huh.
Wings on Fire.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean, Famous Sam's also a special place in our heart over the last few years. Got to do some remote shows and stuff out there as
Yeah.
well. Again, no bias. You guys are choosing all of this. So, no worries there. But for me, I feel like Flaps and Racks is a place that has been endorsed by quite a few of my friends. It's down on the south side. And it's next to another business, and I can't remember what that business is called, but they're like owned by the same people. So it's like a sister, like they might even be in the same building now that I think about it. But they have, yeah, the wings and everything. And I think the place next door I want to say it's a Mexican food place. I can't remember right now. But
Okay.
Flaps and Racks, damn good on the south side. Oh My Chicken, I believe is in the Park Place food court.
Yeah, they just opened up.
Yeah, and
Really
nothing
good.
but rave reviews I've heard from them. Wingsy Moss, classic. Barrio, I mean, we wanted to put a bunch of stuff from Barrio on here, but the wings are what are, like, recognized by, like, Tucson Foodie
Yeah.
magazine.
Yeah.
So you gotta throw the wings from Barrio on there. They are the definition of local. Uh, who else on here? Wooden Nickel. I've never eaten at Wooden Nickel, but I know a lot of people who frequent Wooden Nickel, and they say that the wings are fire. And then Wings and Rice was a place that our good friend, I hope he doesn't mind me saying his name on the air, our good friend Sean would go there all the time. And for the longest time, I didn't think it actually existed because
Of the name?
because he would just bring these like paper bowls full of chicken and rice and it's like all the way on the east side.
Yeah.
So I had no idea, and yeah, that place, Brett Farah, I believe, big fan of Wings and Rice from the Arizona Daily Star. So
That place, when I finally went there for the first time ever, and you mentioned Sean, he was
Mhm.
the one who put you on the Wings and Rice. To me, it was Andre.
Oh, yeah.
It was our general manager,
Yeah, from
um,
Camp Student Radio.
Camp Student Radio. He was the one
Shout
who
out at the
said,
U of A.
"You gotta go to Wings and Rice." So I made the trek all the way to the east side.
Yeah. Pima and
Swan?
is it Swan or is it Craycroft?
Maybe it's Craycroft.
I can't
I
remember.
don't know. But, man, it's good. The Sprite that comes from that dispenser, it's like McDonald's Sprite times 2.
They got their own, special mix.
Shit could charge up a car. Like, you take one sip of that Sprite, and it's like, man, that's straight from Sprite's teeth. That's the good stuff right there. That's that sweet nectar.
Why is it extra spicy?
So yeah,
Yeah.
Wings and Rice.
I've heard really good things about Redbird too. I've never been, but that's a name that always pops up when you're looking for wings in Tucson.
That should be a very competitive bracket. I'm
I'm
excited to see how
excited,
it
man.
goes.
I'm excited for all of this.
Mhm.
I'm really excited. Shall we move on to pizza?
Let's move on to
Now,
pizza. This is a big one.
this list got weirdly, this list I think got the most reaction on Twitter when we first asked the question, even more than the Mexican food place question. This one, like everybody and their brother, like came in and gave us pizza places on this one. So this was a very hard list to weed down. But we got some contenders on here, my friends.
Yeah, so I'm Justin Spears from House No Anchovies.
Oh man.
Remember Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Chove's is a special place, especially when we were in college, man. I watched so many hockey games there. So many hockey games. Ugh. The mac and cheese pizza. Solid.
It's the best, man. It's the
Yeah.
best.
Not to they got good wings too.
Yeah, they do.
Those like
And that's the
wing
thing is
bowls that
like
they would make.
I mean, you briefly talked about it, but like, some of these places we were like, all right, what are they most known for? Burgers, pizza, or
Mhm.
wings? Which one? Because me personally, like Frog and Firkin,
Mhm.
their pizza's out of this world. Like it is so good. I love Frog and Firkin pizza. To me, they are one of the best in Tucson. But Frog and Firkin, to a lot of other people, are not really known for their pieces of pizza. They go over
Yeah.
there for the burgers, the beers, all that, for the pub food, the truffle fries, and all that. So yeah, some of these places like Barrio, we have Barrio what in the wings,
Yeah, we got
right?
Barrio and the wings.
But a lot of places like Barrio are known for many things. But we couldn't have a repeat in other regions.
Yeah, we didn't want to have the same restaurant going head to head for different food items. So
we had to split them up.
yeah.
But this one, pizza in Tucson, Arizona, it is a very competitive field.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere in Tucson, Arizona and get a great piece of pizza.
Yeah.
But No Anchovies is special to us for all the folks who went to the University of Arizona. Squared Up Pizza. It was reviewed by Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports at the Park
Also
Place
in
Mall.
the Park Place food court.
Got two Park Place food court places in here. How about that?
Man, if Sarku Japan was a local thing, I don't know if it is or not. That place rules, but I digress. Double chicken, baby.
Arizona Pizza Company, again, kind of like Wings on Fire, all the way out in Vail / Rita Ranch. But
it's on Sabino Canyon, right?
No. This is like
in Sabino Canyon.
No, it's on the other side. It's like near like Colossal Cave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would think, yeah. I'm
So
thinking of a different joint.
Arizona Pizza Company is the best. My guy Carlos holds it down over there. Can't wait to reveal to him. He's never I haven't told him yet about him in his shop getting on the list, but he's gonna be super ecstatic. Brooklyn Pizza Company on 4th Avenue.
Yeah, classic. If you've ever gotten drunk on 4th Avenue, Brooklyn Pizza has been your friend. And they make damn good slices of pizza, man. Oh man. Empire too. Empire is another place where it's like, and they're open till like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
God bless, man. God bless, because I can't tell you how many times I've been like, man, I've had a teeny bit too much served to me, not of my own doing. And I roll up and I see that neon sign and I'm like, ah. And at the end of the night, they just sling it out the window. They don't care. Oh, it's so good. Have you had the elote pizza from Empire?
Empire. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Oh.
They have a Sonoran hot dog one too.
Yeah, it's hard to get though.
That's really good.
Yeah.
But the elote pizza, the last like 2 or 3 times that I've been to Empire, I've ordered the elote pizza.
And Rocco's, of course, is amazing.
They're the number 1 seed.
Rocco's is, that might be the number 1 seed because I don't care if you think Chicago style deep dish is not pizza. If you've had Rocco's, I feel like your entire party line on that just fades.
Yeah.
Because you're eating it and you're just like one piece is like 40 pounds. And you're just like, oh, it's so good. It's so good, man. Oh, and the crust is just, I got to go get some food after this.
I know, man. And Rocco's, they come by here every now and again.
Yeah, they join Beef on Beef Vegan, show, don't they? Yeah.
Over across the way. And they always bring in a box of pizza.
Yeah.
And it's always like a different, like, oh, this is the flavor of the month.
And that's why they have like a rotating monthly pizza.
Yeah. And they'll like I've had pizza there that has like fig on it.
Yeah. Fig is an underrated pizza topping. It really is. It really is. On here too is where'd it go? Grandma Tony's. Very special place in my heart. As a kid who grew up on the east side, Grandma Tony's, it's just so I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the word that comes to my mind for whatever reason is voluptuous, which is not the word I'm looking for. But it just like you pull that slice off and like the toppings are just like somehow all over the pizza and sometimes underneath it. And just it's so good. I grew up on Grandma Tony's pizza.
Me too.
That is so good. Such good pizza. And then New York Pizza Department and New York Pizza should not be confused, though they are both on the east side. NYPD is next to Golf and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then New York is down on Broadway and Harrison or
I think
Camino
so.
Seco, that
One of the two.
area.
Yeah.
And they make the biggest slices of pizza I think I've ever seen. So can't go wrong with either of those spots.
NYPD is owned by my offensive line coach, my old offensive line coach, Mark Fontana.
Damn.
Yeah. And he takes great pride in his restaurant. My all-time favorite thing there is not a piece of pizza. It's actually their meat lovers stromboli.
Oh, stromboli, dude. Any good pizza spot with a stromboli. Every time I order a stromboli, people are like, what the hell did you order? And I'm like, I ordered a pizza burrito.
Dude, yeah. So you mean a calzone? It's like, no.
No.
It's a stromboli.
Don't you disrespect
Get
stromboli.
it right.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then Mama's classic. I think, have we talked about everybody? Upper crust, great. Fiamme I've never been to, but a bunch of people on Twitter were like, that's the spot. So it made the list. Like, yeah.
And it was an overwhelming favorite.
Yeah. And again,
outside of Rocco's.
This is 16 that, we have an honorable mention list at the end, and it's a mile long because Tucson's amazing for food. It was really hard not to put some places on here that we really would wanted to because, I mean, want to keep it arbitrary.
Absolutely.
And everything and keep it the favorites of the people. We are nothing if not the people's champions. Like the Chargers. There's your sports.
There's the sports. There's the dose of sports. Okay, Andrew. We've talked about the burgers. We've talked about the wings. We talked about the pizza. Now time for the region that's going to get us removed from ESPN Tucson because so many people
from the mortal coil, maybe.
So many people are going to bring their pitchforks and their torches, and they're going to raid the Arizona Lotus building to find Justin Spears and Andrew Trujillo.
Yeah, of course, the one show that Ali's not on here, we're talking about like the most controversial junk. Maybe not the most, but like people hold like everybody in town, everybody to a person has a Mexican food joint that they frequent more than anywhere else. It is the best. They've grown up with it. It is a family owned, maybe, like they know people there. I'm very afraid to go into this next part of the list because 16, there's got to be at least like 200 Mexican places in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
And we had to pick 16 of them. This is all based on Twitter polls, and all that. And then, like I said, when we had to tie break, we went to just like raw reviews, places that Tucson Foodie had raved about. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to the backlash that might happen here. There are great places on here, but there are so many that aren't. Are you ready for the next
Hit the
slide?
button. Hit the button.
Here's the Mexican food region.
Oh, man. El Antojo Poblano.
Yes.
Taqueria
that is
Juanitos.
If I'm not mistaken, that's down on 6th. Or it might be on St. Mary's. This is a place
that's an evergreen question.
But there were a lot of people who said it was great, and it's got like 4.9 stars out of 5 on Google. It was, this place is apparently the bomb diggity, and I need to try it now. But yeah, El Antojo Poblano was, I think, the top rated Mexican food place of everywhere that was recommended. Closely followed by Taqueria Juanitos on Grant. It's the purple building out there. Yeah. I've never been.
Me neither.
Again, there's too many places, man. Rollies was another one that was commented a lot. A lot of people love Rollies Mexican Patio.
Great tacos.
Yeah. La Andita I'd never heard of.
Me neither.
But it's on 12th, I believe. So, I mean, the region is ripe for Mexican food down there. And then, of course, the one that everybody thinks of, Minidito.
My favorite.
Dude, if you don't go in there and get the presidential platter, you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry. Margarita and a presidential platter from Minidito is, it's the stuff of kings. What do you get on it? You get a tostada, you get a enchilada, tamale, and a taco, right? A
Yeah.
birria taco.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like rice and beans and all that. Oh man. Every
And
time I've ever gone, it's like, oh, it'll be an hour for a table.
like, oh, that ain't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Our cutoff point as a family, whenever we went to Mini Dito, our cutoff was it was like 90 minutes or something like that.
And that's crazy. The fact that like people are willing, very willing to be like, yeah, I'll wait an hour for a table. And then they just sit on the brick patio for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
We had a lot of family conversations sitting outside of Mini
Yeah.
Dito because
It's
when
a
we
whole
get
experience.
because
man.
when we get inside Mini Dito and they sit you down, they give you the unlimited amount of chips and salsa. You smash 3 baskets before you even get your food. Like the entire time you're in Mini Dito, like sitting down,
Mhm.
you're either drinking something or eating something.
Yes.
You don't have time to talk.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. And it's world famous at this point. It's been on TV multiple times. President Clinton ate there, right?
Yeah.
They've got the plaque where he sat.
Dan Patrick ate there recently.
Yes.
He was here for the Tucson Festival of Books, and he went there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
It's
the
best.
spot, man.
anyways,
It's the
I could
spot.
rave all day long about
Yeah.
Mini Dito.
Size Kitchen, great place on the west side.
One of the best salads ever.
Yeah. El Chinito Gordo, I think, is a relatively new spot on Oracle, next to the cemetery, across the street from the cemetery there.
Killer food, I heard.
Yeah. I've heard rave reviews. Tacos Aquí con el Nene is, I think there's 2 spots actually, but the one closest to us here at Arizona Lotus is the one on Wetmore. And that spot is amazing. It's so good. I've never even been inside. I just order at the window and take it home.
My girlfriend says like she will go to war for this place.
Yeah, for Nene's.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a good spot, man.
and she's
Affordable too. Like it's just
yeah. And she's been in Tucson her whole life and has is from the south side.
mhm.
So like, yeah, she knows about good Mexican food.
Hell
And if
yeah.
she says like, El Nene's like the best, then I take her word for it.
Yeah.
So,
Amelia is on the east side. Damn good food.
great place.
Damn good food, man. I'm a chimichanga whore. When I go places, sometimes I'll get like if they've got a really good like enchilada style chimichanga, I'm all over it. And Amelia's had one of the best ones I've ever had. Great spot. And then of course the also world famous El Güero Canelo for the hot dogs. They still have their cart in their parking lot. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, the original food cart they started in is parked in their parking lot for
Wow.
all time. At least the one on
22nd
Oracle. No.
Oracle.
Now that I think about it, they might have one too.
They have one in the middle of on 22nd,
Yeah.
middle of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great place. That was where
And-
Alexis and I went on our first date.
No way.
Yeah, me and my little wifey wife. That was our first date, and she was pissed at me because okay, don't take a girl somewhere and not order food. Just gonna throw that out there. She was very upset with me because we went to go see a movie, and I was like, "Hey, let's go get some food, right? Like you've said you're hungry, so let's go get some food." And we went to El Güero Canelo there on 22nd, and she rolls up and she goes, "Hey, 2 Sonoran dogs and a Mexican Coke." And I was like, "That's my order. I'm gonna marry this woman." At that point. And then I rolled up and I was like, "I'm not really hungry. I'm gonna get a Mexican Coke." And she was very upset with me because it was our first date. She didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was very nervous to eat the 2 hot dogs in front of me.
While you're sitting there with your
I'm
Mexican
just
Coke,
I'm
like,
just sipping there and we're
just watching
talking.
her.
I didn't think anything of it, right? Because I was young and stupid. But like now that I look back, I'm like, yeah, I really could have shot that in the ass right then and there. Yeah. All that to say, El Güero Canelo, great place.
And
Close
she
place
ended
in
up
my heart.
marrying you
Yep.
in the end.
Yep. So maybe do go someplace with a woman and don't buy food and buy her food. And I guess make her feel fat in the process. I don't know if that's how that works. But yeah. Yeah, she told me afterwards, she was like, "I thought we weren't gonna go on a second date." And I was like, "What are you talking about? You ordered the same thing that I did." I was like, I had to adjust my shorts. Moving on anyway. We got Guadalajara Classic.
Yep.
Yes. If you're not getting the extra spicy salsa, I don't think we can be friends. We can be friends. It's okay.
They make it at the table too, right?
Yes, sir. The guac too. I think they do
Mhm.
that. They got the lady pushing around the cart. Los Tacos Abson. You suggested this place, and then it was backed in by some people on Twitter, I believe.
Have I had this place once?
That's the other thing about Tucson, right? You forget where you've been.
Yeah, I'm like, have I had this place? I've had so much good Mexican food here. I don't know what place is what, but Los Tacos Abson is also a restaurant that has a really good reputation that I've heard nothing but great things about. And I think I've had it. I'm not so sure, but we got to put it on the list.
Yeah. El Sur was another one that a bunch of people on Twitter were raving about. They were like, you got to put it on there.
Yep.
And it's on there, baby. It's on there.
Guillermo's?
Okay. So I'm excited for this for the chance that Guillermo's Double L and Minidito are matched up against each other at some point in this bracket tournament thing. Because Minidito and Guillermo's are across the street from each other. Guillermo's is like some people it's like, oh, it's a 90-minute wait at Minidito. Well, just hit Guillermo's. They're like neck and neck, dude. And like
Guillermo, I thought Guillermo's was like the chum bucket and the Minidito's the Krusty Krab.
Guillermo's has banger food, man. Like just like, and Guillermo's, I think, actually catered my grandpa's 90th birthday party.
Nice.
Like they make some damn good food, man. And my grandpa actually requested Guillermo's by name, even though he was like a Minidito, like diehard and everything. But they're across the street from each other. It's like a classic friendly rivalry, and I would love to see them matched up just to see, because that's Kansas, Kentucky, that's Duke, North Carolina. That would be an incredible matchup. I would love to see it. Oh, I'm so hungry now, dude.
And then we got
El Minuto.
El Minuto, is that on Campbell?
I think so. I can't remember. This one was suggested by our boy Rich Carrillo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And a few other people, but Rich was like, El Minuto, like it's got to be on there.
Okay.
So El Minuto is on there. I think. Let me see real quick. We have the internet. El Minuto.
Yeah, it's a really good place. It's been a while since I've had it though.
It's on South Main. It's the place. Stupid. It's the place just south of the TCC, like literally across the street to the south.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've parked there many times.
Yeah, that place rules. Family dinner. That used to be the family dinner spot.
Yeah,
because my grandparents live on the west side, like far west side.
Okay.
And so we would always like that would be that somehow was the center point. El Minuto Cafe.
Maybe I'm thinking of Molinito, El Molinito.
Maybe.
Okay. And then last but certainly not least.
Certainly not least. I mean, Adia Barnes today on the show, if you listen to the show today, said El Charro's the spot. And see, the thing is, right, there's like El Charro Steak and Del Rey. There's El Charro Cafe. I don't necessarily know if we're picking a specific one. Are we picking Old El Charro?
Yeah, it's got to be the classic El Charro.
Is that on Franklin?
Yeah.
Right? Fair enough. So, yeah, I'll update that or whatever. But, yeah, El Charro, classic. And the inventors of the chimichanga, as far as I know.
I've heard that. And when College Game Day was in town for basketball a few years ago, El Charro brought out like a platter of food for Jay Billis and all the other guys on set.
Lucky bastards.
Rui Hachimura, who plays for the Los Angeles Lakers right now, he used to play for Gonzaga when Tommy Lloyd was the assistant coach there. Rui and Tommy are best buds.
That's awesome.
And Rui comes to Tucson over the last like 2 or 3 summers or whatever, and works out at McHale Center and stays with Tommy for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever. And so he's working out in Tucson, Arizona. And I think Tommy actually talked about this last year. He was like, every day that Rui was here, he had lunch at El Charro Cafe. Or is it cafe or is it just El Charro?
See, that's the thing. I'm not 100% sure which one is which. They might all be under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know. I would imagine they are, because that's kind of, I mean, if you're El Charro in Tucson, I would imagine you try to use the El Charro name and you're not El Charro, you're going to get sued, my friend.
100%.
So they must be all under the same umbrella somehow. But I mean, regardless of where you go, if El Charro is the name on the door,
yeah,
you're going to be eating good. So yeah. And again, This is just 16 that were posed, and like, I might as well go to the honorable mention page, I think, now, right?
Hit it.
So these are the first teams out, and there's like 97 of them.
Yeah.
Because, again, Tucson's so great for food, dude. Just retire here, get fat, and just ride into the sunset. You can do a whole lot worse.
Like, look at all the Mexican food and pizza.
I literally
places.
couldn't even, like, the pizza joints got the longest list, right? Where am I here? Pizza joints, right here, got the longest list because they had like the longest list on Tucson Foodie, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the Mexican food page, yes. But in an effort to save time and space on this slide, I literally just wrote literally every other Mexican food place in the city of Tucson. Because let's face it, if you're serving Mexican food in Tucson and you suck, you're not going to last long. And then it's there. I mean, BK's. Oh, I love BK's. And the one on First, I think, with the drive-through, amazing. Rosas, I live next to, great place. Goyitas, new Mexican food style, same with Poco and Mom's. 420 Taco, I actually had never heard of. I guess they're a catering company, but they've got rave reviews. So shout out to 420 Taco.
I'm assuming they're cannabis friendly.
I would imagine so. I mean, if we're talking infused tacos,
damn, they know their market.
Come on,
they chose a great place to do that.
Amen. Carichi Maca was suggested to us and just got narrowly weeded out by the rest of the list. Like, there were that many people who came to us with different restaurants.
Just imagine like 420 Taco.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, would you take a gummy? Not a taquito.
No. What strain is that, man? Al Pastor.
Carney?
Yeah.
Carney?
Yeah. Little Mexico also suggested, but got weeded out by the rest of the picks, just again by arbitrary ratings and stuff like that we had to be cutthroat with. Olé was another one. Los Nopales was another one. Paco's is a place that's close to my heart. They still have $6 burritos, which is like unheard of nowadays.
Oh, Paco's is different from Poco and Mom's.
Yeah, Poco and Mom's is the cantina on Tanque Verde, next to the Canyon Crown Pub, I think it's called. And then Paco's is next to TMC on Grant. And that place rules. Great food, amazing prices, especially, like I said, nowadays. They have the only $6 burrito that I know of. And most of their burritos are less than that. And just, it's good food, man. Great food.
A lot of great places, man.
Yeah.
And so we had this idea last week or a few weeks ago, and I'm glad to see it finally coming to fruition. Now, I know people are going to be pissed that we left out some restaurants or whatever, but this is all for fun.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the field adjusts itself next year. You know, maybe some other restaurants get added to it. I don't know. But
like, we could do another 64 restaurants and never repeat one.
Yeah.
On another list.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, God bless Tucson, Arizona.
It's the best, man. So this is our 2024 Munchie Madness bracket.
Yes.
Starting on Monday, go to ESPN Tucson's Twitter account, cast your votes, and whoever wins will move on to the next round. And we'll keep this thing rolling, and we'll figure out who is the champion of Tucson Eatery. Can't wait, man.
By the authorities on this thing, us.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for Spears and Ali Overtime, also known as the Munchie Madness bracket reveal show.
Yeah.
Not Munch Madness. Shout out to Ice Spice, by the way.
I feel like I missed a serious branding opportunity there.
With what?
Munch Madness.
Munch Madness?
That's amazing.
Ice Spice might sue us.
Is that copywritten?
I don't know, but she's made the word very, very popular for reasons that I don't think I can explain here on Spears and Ali Overtime. But anyways, that'll do it for this episode of Spears and Ali Overtime. Also, the 2024 Munchie Madness bracket reveal show. Go to ESPN Tucson Twitter account, cast your votes starting on Monday. We'll be back next week for another episode of Spears and Ali Overtime, and we'll have updates on how the polls are going and the
Yeah.
voting and all that, and we'll see who's moving on to the next round. Also, check us out on the Spears and Ali podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
eat.
gonna say, let's go get some lunch.